Happy December! I can't believe Christmas is getting so close. I'm so excited. Today, I'm here to help you simplify your to-do list so that you can have a peaceful Christmas season. Hello and welcome back to the Peaceful Christmas Season video series. I'm so excited about this series. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. Today we are going to have a look at your to-do list, what you have left to do. Hopefully you've knocked off quite a few things. But we're going to look at what's left and simplify it so that the rest of the season from now until Christmas can go as peacefully and as enjoyably as possible. Is enjoyably a word? Enjoyably? I don't know. It's enjoyable. As enjoyably. Enjoyable. Anyway, let's have a fun Christmas. This is actually the third planning video, so I'm going to link you up to all the other videos right up here. There's a playlist. There's also a few crafty things. We've already set up a book where we can document the Christmas season, and we made a self-care advent calendar to make sure that your Christmas is enjoyable. And if you did make the advent calendar, then today is day 2. But now we are getting down to crunch time. There's just over 3 weeks until Christmas, so we really need to get things knocked off our list so that we can enjoy the season. Now your gifts should be purchased, and if they aren't, then that should be your #1 priority. So make sure that all your gifts are bought, wrapped, and delivered when you can next time you see the people on your list. And I mentioned this from the very first video, I think. I'll link that as well in the description below. And I'll also list all the videos from the series so you can click on any of those and watch them again or for the first time if you haven't seen them yet. If you are still looking for video ideas, let's concentrate more on experiences and things that people can do instead of just having some little Christmas trinket that they can just have in their house. Why not give an experience so that they can have those memories? Something like an escape room, movie ticket, a concert or a play, or maybe to an amusement park. This is also great if you have a whole entire family to buy for, so instead of having to come up with individual gift ideas for each person in that family, you can get them a family pass to an amusement park or tickets for the whole family to a family movie. Consumables are also a great idea, like teas or cakes or something edible. Everyone likes treats at Christmas, right? Especially if they're homemade. There's also things like homemade Play-Doh, craft supplies, anything like that are especially fun for kids. And if you're doing these things, make sure you do them now because they're going to be time consuming to put together. Like start now, like start yesterday, right? Yeah, get it done, get it done, get it done. Alright, so now that we know that gifts are priority, you're going to do those first. Let's look at what's left on your list. And I want you to take a critical eye and really look at all the things that are left on your list. Can you honestly, realistically get all these things done? Is there anything on that list that you can just cross off and get rid of that you don't need to do? If you can, just get rid of it. Just let it go. It doesn't have to be gone for the rest of your life, for every Christmas from here to eternity. It just means that this Christmas you're not going to do it. Next year you can add it back in, no problem. But if you really don't have the time this year, don't stress about it. Don't add all that extra stress if you can take it off your list just for this 1 year. Just because it's a family tradition doesn't mean that you can't skip a year or two here and there. Okay, I'm just interrupting because I filmed this in advance and I have a little update that I think that will help you. Today it's just a few days before this video goes live, and earlier this week I was having trouble. I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit stressed, and I talked with some friends and I realized I needed to take my own advice. So what I did was I sat down and I brainstormed all the things that I still thought that I needed to do. I prioritized them and I simplified some things and I got rid of some things. Let me tell you, this really works. I feel so much lighter and I feel like the things that are left on my list I can really get done. So okay, I'm gonna let you get back to the rest of the video, but I wanted you to see this really does work, and I'm telling you this because I know from experience. Okay, now that you've eliminated the extras, the things that you can actually 100% get rid of, let's look at the things that you can just simplify. Maybe you could decorate a little less. Maybe you could bake fewer cookies. Maybe you could send out simpler or fewer cards. If you're making them yourself, choose a simpler design if they're not done yet. They should be done, but if they're not done, it's okay. Maybe instead of making your cards, if you don't have time, just use store-bought ones. It's okay once to not make your own cards. This is like giving me the heebie-jeebies because I make my cards every year and the idea of buying them, it just doesn't sit well. But I know if I don't get them out, if I can't get them out, if something comes up, I'm going to have to use store-bought ones. If you are planning on hand making some things, Maybe you wanted to make mittens and hats for all your nieces and nephews, but you're just not going to make it. Buy some that are handmade, but maybe not handmade by you. Or maybe store-bought ones from your favorite shop. What about cooking Christmas Day? Maybe you've got this huge elaborate menu and it's just overwhelming and it's stressing you out. How can you simplify that? Do you really need 3 hours to make yams? Can you switch out some of your recipes, even if they're family traditions, and just do a simpler version so that you don't have so much stress and pressure on yourself? Next up, I have some questions to ask yourself. What honestly is keeping you from crossing these tasks off of your list? Is it because you're having trouble planning things out? If that's the case, I'm going to send you to this video here. That'll help you use your planner to maximize your planning ability so that you can actually get as much done as possible. Maybe you need the accountability. Then you can tell someone like a sister or a friend or someone, this is what I need to do, this is the date I need. They can keep you accountable, ask you if you've got it done, and motivate you that way. You can also write it in the comments here, because sometimes just writing it down, even if no one's going to call you up and see if you've done it, but even knowing that you've got it written down and people know about it is enough to keep you accountable. I know for me that works sometimes. Maybe your list is too long. So if that's the case, I want you to circle back, look at your to-do list, and honest to goodness, what can you eliminate, even if it's just for this 1 year? I guess the biggest thing I want you to do is to simplify. Less is more. Less stuff equals more love. Less stuff equals more time. Less tasks equals more time and more enjoyable Christmas seasons. Okay, so I said in an earlier video that I would get my presents all purchased by December 1st and all my cards done and almost ready to go by December 1st. That's my goal every year. But like every year, my presents aren't quite all purchased. I'm almost there. It's just a few kids left and a few, I don't want to use the word in case some of you are listening with kids, but the things, the stuffery things, yeah, those things. I have a few of those left, and also my cards are about 90% done, but I still have to dress all the envelopes, so I might have to rope in my kids. That's another thing you can do, is get help. Ask your children to help if you have children at home, or if you have a neighborhood teenager who wants to earn a little bit of cash to buy presents for her friends, she can come and wrap your presents or do other little tasks, help you shop. Don't forget, if you don't have time to go shopping, your phone is your best friend when it comes to online shopping. You can Google ideas for gifts if you're stuck. You can purchase movie tickets. You can have things sent to your house. You can have things sent directly to the recipients. So don't forget online shopping. Okay, if you have any struggles, any questions, don't hesitate to ask me in the comments below, because I am here to help. And if I can help you have a more peaceful Christmas, I will do my best to answer any questions or help you out in any way. Okay, next week I have a Carpe Diem set up for you, so make sure you come back for that. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I do have a surprise. Lots of videos coming up at the end of December. I'll talk about it a little bit more as we get closer, but I'm really excited about this and I hope you will enjoy it as well. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss a thing. If you did like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to go watch the other Christmas videos if you haven't. If you click on the little eye up here, you can get to that playlist. If you've watched all the videos and here are 2 more that I think you like, you can also click on my little face to subscribe. Have a fantastic day and happy planning. You can add it back into my lights just fell down. My lights just fell down. My lights keep falling down. Don't fall down. Don't fall down.